So Mobvoi has released their latest smartwatch, the TicWatch E3. I'm going to be unboxing, taking a look at all the features, and seeing what comes with it up next. Hey everyone, my name is Jeff, and on this channel I do all sorts of different smartwatch reviews, tech tip tutorials, and more, so please consider subscribing. Today I am getting the chance to check out the TicWatch E3. I'm going to be doing an unboxing. We're going to set it up, and let's go through some of the features of this really cool watch. Come along with me. Let's take a look at what comes with the TicWatch E3. So this features the Snapdragon 4100 chip, which was also in the TicWatch Pro 3 that I did a review on a while back. As we flip around on the box, let's check out some of the features. So that Snapdragon 4100 chip, the 2.5 diameter curved display, the IP68, so this is waterproof and swim suitable, and then 20 plus professional workout modes. It also does the 24/7 HD heart rate, blood oxygen saturation monitoring, stress and sleep tracking, and it will do the VO2 max tracking during runs. On the next side, we've got what's in the box. We've got the watch, the charging dock, as well as the user manual. And then on this last side, we can see just some of the different features. So this does have a built-in speaker as well as microphone. We'll be testing that out at some point. I've got the features here because it's running Wear OS. So Google Pay, Google Assistant. It does have built-in GPS. And then the 1,000+ watch faces that you can get from the Google Play Store. So let's get this guy open. Ha! I found a pen! You can tell I'm a professional smartwatch reviewer here because I'm using a pen to open this up and not some crazy knife like all the other guys. Take a second to just recognize the nice packaging that it comes in. All right, let's see. Oh, look at that. That's always fun. Whew! Look at that. That's fun and sweet. I like the design of the interior of the box. That's pretty cool. So this just kind of lifts out, and the watch is attached to this piece. Let's see if we can get this off. It's got some weight to it, but it is fairly light. Let's just take a spin around so you can kind of see what I'm seeing. Got all of our sensors on the back, clearly labeling it as the TicWatch E3. All right, we're going to peel off the sticker. Oh, so much fun. Looks to have two buttons on the right, and these don't appear to twist, so these are just push buttons. And if I had to guess, that's going to be the microphone. And I would suspect that that's our speaker. So here is our charging cable. I'd say it's about 2 feet long, USB connection on one side, and then this looks very similar to the TicWatch Pro 3 that I had, where this will just probably magnetically, oh look at that, snaps right on. It's kind of a satisfying grip. So that's going to charge this. What else is in here? So we've got our quick guide and more paperwork. Fun. Awesome, and now I've got another little case for all my Lego figures. Yeah, or I mean my son's Lego figures. Yeah, that's right. Look at it. See, keeps them nice and, you know, keeps them out of the way so I'm not stepping on the floor at 2 o'clock in the morning. We're all good. So does it come shipped with power? Let's see. I would imagine if you hold down this upper right button, that's going to power this up. Maybe. Thinking about it, maybe I should read the quick start guide. It does say hold this button for 3 seconds in the instructions, so maybe I just didn't hold it long enough. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it vibrated. There we go. TicWatch. So it's telling me tap to begin. And we are going to choose English. I like English. I only speak 2 languages, English and bad English. Let's see here. Please read all the content on this page. All right, we're going to scroll through this. And I've read it, so we'll just click that. On your phone, download and open Wear OS by Google. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm doing a search for Google Wear OS. I just did Wear OS. There it is. Let's open that up. I've already got it on my phone because I actually installed it when I was doing the TicWatch Pro 3 review. So right now this is currently set for the TicWatch Pro 3. We'll have to switch that. It's actually telling me on the watch in the Wear OS app, connect to this watch named the TicWatch E3. So from this point I can go up top where it says TicWatch Pro 3, and if I just tap this little down arrow, it has add a new watch. Let's go ahead and do that. Welcome, let's set up your new watch. Send us all of the information about everything you're doing. I don't care, they can track me, that's fine. Let's go ahead and agree to all those terms. And it is linking. It's trying to find the TicWatch E3 right now. Oh, actually, I think it wants me to just click on it. There we go. All right, connecting to the TicWatch E3. And I get this fun pairing code. Allow access to your contacts and call history. I'm going to say yes. So that's important so that it gets all that information for when you want to make calls on this. So we're going to go ahead and pair. Hey, that was quick. So we'll just skip through this as it finishes its setup. So it had me choose which Google accounts I want to copy over to my watch. So it's going ahead and finishing throwing that information on there. Copy your Google accounts to your TicWatch E3. Let's go ahead and copy. Ooh, I get to verify it's me. All right, copying accounts. Okay, so from that point, location notice, your watch may use the location from your phone or the watch GPS is available. So that's fine. We'll say next. And then we're all set. It says finish setup on your phone, but my phone says that I'm all set. So I guess there we go. Look at that. Okay, you're all set. Cool, so here's the TicWatch E3. So just a note, after setting all that up, it still says we're seeking your consent. If you provide us with additional following information, then you can unlock more functions. I'll say sure. I'll enable all of them. So let's see here. Steps, heart rate, location, motion state, calendar, microphone, stress level, blood oxygen, data sync. If you choose not to provide such information, the other functions of this product are still available to you. So I gotta make sure that all that stuff's turned on for everything to work correctly. We'll say done, and now we're good to go. I'm gonna play around with this for a little bit and then come back and talk to you about the rest of the different features and settings. And real quick, as we do in all the videos on this channel, we've hidden Tinker. He's our little hidden robot, and he's going to briefly pop up somewhere during this video. He looks just like this guy right on my shirt. So if you happen to spot him, take note of the timestamp or the amount of time into this video that you spotted him popping up, and be the first person to let me know that timestamp along with your best comment down in the comments section below. And you might be like William Carter, one of our latest viewers, to spot Tinker in one of our recent videos. We put his name on our Tinker Forward Hall of Fame page, as well as I just gave him a shout out in this video. So congrats to William Carter. You might be the next person to find Tinker, so keep your eye out for him in this video. So I've had a chance to play around with this, and now let's take a closer look at the features. So first off, this has a plastic build, and there are two buttons that are on the right side, as you can see. They don't twist, they are just simply push buttons, and they're going to take you into different menus and light up the screen on the watch. The entire build of this is plastic all the way around to the back, and you can see all the sensors that are placed for taking heart readings. The bands that come with the watch are silicone, so we've got plastic bands, and it fits pretty well, pretty snug. Let's just take a quick example of it on my wrist. It does have the traditional watch clasp on the back, and then there's a little piece of plastic to hold the band in. So that is how the band is going to sit on your wrist, and then this is how it looks on my wrist. It doesn't have a lot of weight to it. In fact, I barely noticed that it's on my wrist. So in looking at the back of the watch, you do have the ability to switch out the bands. It's got these little pins on either side, and if you just use your finger to press in on that pin, that releases the band. So I was just able to kind of pressure that in, and that allows you to snap this out. Same thing for the other band. You can snap that out so that you can switch this with other bands. So if you're not a fan of the plastic and you want to go to like leather, you can do that. Here's the watch without any bands on it. Oh, and Google's recording me. That's fun. So a couple of things. I'm just noticing the bezel going around the top of the screen. That is quite a thick bezel. In addition to that, the look and feel of the watch, they're trying to make it look like it's metal, but it is indeed plastic. So let's take a look at how you can use the watch. Whenever you get any notifications, you're going to see something just like this where it pops up on your screen. You can just cancel out of these by using this top button right here. And that brings you back to your main screen. And then it's going to allow me to see any of the latest notifications by just swiping up on my screen. Looks like I just missed a phone call from my dad. So Dad, I'll give you a call back here very shortly. And then I can see any other emails that I have, any text messages, anything like that that's coming in on my watch. Now, we just swiped up to see notifications. If you swipe down, that brings your quick settings up. We have everything from airplane mode, brightness, the turning on your sound or not. So if you don't like all those annoying little notifications, now it'll still vibrate on my watch, but every time there's a notification, it won't actually ding. You have access to your Google Pay, so if you go someplace and you want to store your credit card in here, like a Starbucks, you can use that. We also have the theater mode where screen turns off, tap the icon again to exit theater mode. Very convenient. And then we have the do not disturb options where you can turn that on and off. You can also see if you're connected by Bluetooth and what your latest battery charge status is. So that is all by swiping down from the top of the screen. If we swipe from the right to the left, this is going to be, it says here, swipe to discover your tiles. So this is showing all my different active things that are going on. Steps. We can go into the, this is the Mobvoi health tracking, the TicHealth, and this gives us more information if I click on it. So I've got my daily goals, 10,000 steps, shows me how many steps I've gotten today out of that, how many minutes of exercise I've gotten out of my 30 minutes of exercise, and then how many active hours, 3 out of the 10 hours as far as active hours, shows me calorie information, and even distance. So all sorts of information from the health portion, the health stats on this watch. I can go back by just clicking this button. And then if we scroll to the right, or if we swipe to the right, this is kind of the, I would call it like the today snapshot. Tells me everything from good afternoon, the date, temperature, and then it also has other things that I can like ask it. Shows me I can change my watch face. We'll go more into that here in a second. Even gives me a quote of the day, which is kind of fun. And then there's a link to go into settings. So you've got your two buttons down here. This first button is going to activate Google Assistant, which comes with the watch. And if I long press it, can you tell me a joke? What do you get when you put a vest on an alligator? An investigator. Whew. Something else to note, if you want Google to give you a verbal response, as long as you have your sound turned on, when you ask it questions, it will then respond verbally as well. What day is Christmas Day?
Christmas Day will be on Saturday, December 25th, 2021.
So, and I think the speaker that's built into this sounds very good. I mean, I can clearly understand what Google is saying when I am asking it questions. One of the biggest advantages to using Wear OS is all the different watch faces that you have access to. So you can change your watch face at any time. You can do that by just long pressing down on your touch screen and then scrolling to the left or right and finding other watch faces that might be installed on your watch You find one that you really like, and then if you just tap it, that now becomes your new watch face. You've got options right from the watch where if you keep scrolling all the way over past the pre-installed watch faces, you can see more watch faces, and this gives you a different display of all those pre-installed watch faces. In addition to that, when you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a link here where it says Get More Watch Faces. And that brings up this area where you can either see the results for watch faces, and it gives you a bunch of different results here, or if you know the specific name of it, you can search for them, and then you can actually just download whatever watch face you want. So let's say it was this watch face app, MR Time. I can just click on Install. It'll go through the install process, which just takes usually a couple of seconds. So I actually find it easier to change watch faces and look at all the different options on my phone. And you'll see here that we've got the TicWatch E3 and we've got our watch face center. We also can do things from the app like see or listen to our audio recordings, take a watch screenshot, go into settings, or get more help. Also under Home, you can see all of that health information that we were looking at as far as health information on the watch. You get all that information here on your phone, and you can tap on different sections to get more information, such as your sleep, heart rate, SpO2, your exercises, stress, and then noise. So if we jump back to the device tab and we click on Watch Face Center, this is where it brings up more of your watch face items. And you'll see that some of these, there is a charge for the watch faces, but in addition to that, there is a ton of free watch faces to choose from, and there are just tons and tons of them to go through. So if you find a watch face that you really like, this Coastline looks pretty cool. I can click on that, see all the information about it. I can see some preview shots of what it's going to look like and get a description. And then if it's something that I want to install, I can just click on the install that's at the top of the screen. And then it's actually telling me here, please turn to your watch to check the download. So now if I go to my watch, there is that Coastline watch face that I was interested in. Let's go ahead and install that. And there we go. Download is pending, so we'll let it download that watch face. So with the watch face downloaded, I'm going to click the Set Watch Face. And now there is that Coastline watch face that I downloaded. Oh, check out the time lapse on that. That is pretty neat. That is the latest installed watch face on my watch, and it's just that easy. If this video is helping you out, take a second right now, smash that like button as it helps out this video as well as this channel. So next is if you just tap this upper button, that's going to take you into all the different apps that you can have installed on the watch. And you'll notice, and this is part of that Snapdragon 4100, how smooth everything flows when you're running through all the different menus. And some of these apps, all the TicHealth, TicExercise, TicPulse, those were all pre-installed on the watch. Now this is running Wear OS, and using the Google Play Store, I've also been able to download other apps such as iHeart Radio, some of this Nav Music, Spotify, things like that. And I'll go more into that here coming up. So in addition to this being a smart device that's going to give you options for all the apps, it also does all this health tracking. Now we were already starting to take a look at the TicHealth, and that was where we went in accessing it from just swiping over. This is all that same information that you can get from the apps menu. If you wanted to track your exercises, so there's TicExercise, and you can go into that, and we have outdoor run, walk, indoor run, cycling, indoor cycling, freestyle, pool swimming, high intensity, interval training, rowing machine, elliptical machine, body mechanics, trail running, mountaineering, yoga, football, basketball, Pilates, taekwondo, badminton, table tennis, and skating. And then you can go into settings here and you can even change things. So sequence of exercises, exercise goal, weekly exercise goal, tick motion on. So tick motion on is going to be where it's actually going to start the exercise for you. Lap counting settings, auto pause, TTS, and then more of the privacy and user help settings. So under the Tic exercise, if I was going to start an exercise such as a walk, I can click on outdoor walk. It's going to say GPS found, and then when I am ready, I can hit go. There's also this dots down at the bottom, and I can choose a goal: time, distance, calories, steps. So let's say I was going to do distance, then I can program in what I want. Let's say half a mile. And then now I've got my goal, so I can hit go, and it's going to start tracking what I am doing, showing me everything from pace, speed, distance, steps, calories, lap duration, lap distance. And then when we are done with our workout, what we can do is hit this bottom button. It's actually going to ask then if we are stopping or pausing. If I'm paused, I can just hit play again. That'll take me back to my workout. Notice it's also showing me my heart rate. But let's say that I am done with my workout. I'm going to hit stop. It's going to ask if I really want to end the exercise. I'm going to say yes. And then it again gives me all the stats about my workout right here on the end screen, giving me everything, even the speed, pace, distance. I just think that's really cool, all that information that it's gathering. And then even here going into the different fat burn, cardio, how many minutes of my workout focused on each one of those different categories. When you're done with your workout, you can just simply tap the top button to get back to your main screen. Some of the other things that I find to be really cool, so you can go into the TicPulse, and it's going to give you, it's going to measure your heart rate and then give you whatever your current heart rate is that it senses. It does take just a little bit because it is measuring, and you do have to keep your wrist still. But it's showing me here that I've got 84 beats per minute, and then I can scroll down and it'll show me my resting heart rate, my max, my minimum, and then my heart rate zones. So then we also have Tic Sleep, and if you go into Tic Sleep, it says here, please open the Tic Oxygen and turn on 24-hour monitoring. So I can go, let's go to settings here, 24-hour automatic background monitoring. So I'm going to turn that on. Oxygen saturation is automatically detected every hour. If this function is turned on, this function will increase power consumption. Are you sure you want to turn it on? We're going to say yes. So now it's going to be doing all that detection in the background. I can also turn on different reminders for an abnormal blood oxygen reminder, and then it gives me privacy settings. Sure, let's go ahead and turn that on as well. And then we'll just jump back a little bit. And then if we go to our Tic Sleep, so it even shows last night, I got 7 hours, 27 minutes of sleep. Sleep efficiency, it shows all of that. You went to bed later than usual last night. Stay within your regular sleep schedule. It's good for your sleep. Average sleep quality was 86%. What's neat is when I click on this chart showing all these different colors, it shows me the different sleep stages. So awake, REM, light sleep, deep sleep, sleep heart rate, no data. Blood oxygen during sleep, and I didn't have that setting turned on. Oh, and this is an example here of getting a phone call. So right now I'm going to just decline that. So you also have Tic Oxygen, and if we go into Tic Oxygen, you'll see that it's on the fly going to be able to give you a blood oxygen level reading. You do have to make sure that you're holding still, and this does take a couple of seconds, but once it is done finishing getting its reading, we will see here, so my blood oxygen right now is at 97%, and that's normal. If I scroll up, it shows any other times that I might have taken it during the day, and then record for the week. So very impressive with all the different stats that it gives you. It does say normal, and let's see here, can I click on normal? Yes. So, and then it gives you just some information here all about your blood oxygen. So it even gives you all the information if you have questions on it that you can read up while you're actually using the watch. And anytime when you're in one of these apps, if you swipe back to the right, you're actually going back a menu. So now I'm back to my main screen. There's TicZen, and this does kind of a, it's got TicZen to access sensor data about all your vital signs. And this will allow you to do things. Please keep still during measurement. So you can take a measurement here. Let's just give it a second. and you can track the status of it doing this measurement by the white ring that's going around the outside. All right, so we can see how stressed I am right now. So that took right around 4 minutes for it to do that test. And it's saying that I've got a score of 21, which is relaxed. So I feel pretty relaxed right now. This is very relaxing and soothing doing this video, showing you how stressed I am, or I guess I'm not. So in addition to that reading, if I scroll down, if I was taking this test maybe once in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening, it'll show me all those different stress readings, and then it'll show me my percentage here of relaxed, low stress, medium stress, or high stress, and then how stressed I was during the week. So there's also a button here that's this little leaf, and essentially that also, if you click that, that's going to take you into this TicBreathe, and this will allow you to relax, to lower your stress level by doing breathing exercises. You can tap on this and then choose your duration. I wonder how high. It looks like 5 minutes is as long as it'll let me go. Get rid of distractions, stretch, 4 minutes, stretch chest and exercise muscles. 3 minutes, take some time to relax before bed and you'll sleep better. 2 minutes, taking a few deep breaths will help relieve fatigue. And then 1 minute, relax to lower your stress level. So you can do some breathing exercises using the TicBreathe, and then essentially once you start, if we just hit the start button, it'll do something like this: stay relaxed with breathing, and then it gives me a ring to kind of follow with inhaling and exhaling. And I'm not going to take you through this whole thing, but essentially this is what we're going to do here for the next minute using the Tic breathing exercise. There's a whole bunch of other really cool apps on here. TicHearing, which is actually going to measure the decibels of sound. So if I'm talking really loud as it's measuring, you're going to get different readings showing exactly how loud things are in decibels, or if I get really silent as I'm talking. So you also have the TicCare, and this is going to let your family members or your friends keep track of your exercise and health information on their phone. And this is something that you can set up. I haven't done this yet, but they would need to download the Mobvoi app and then sync your information up with the app that's on their phones. Also things like apps for agenda, alarm, calculator. You can put all of your contacts in here. The watch also has this essential mode, and that's if you want to run it on like bare minimum power. If you just want to get the time and your most basic health stats, that's where essential mode comes in. From what I've been reading, the watch automatically goes into essential mode when it gets down to 5% of battery that's left. So right now my battery is at 45%. I've been wearing this about 24 hours. I did charge it last night. So I will say over the last probably 12 hours, my battery has depleted about 50%. So I can switch to essential mode by just clicking this button. Greatly is going to extend my battery life, so we're going to go ahead and put it into essential mode, and all of the functions that you have had on the watch actually kind of go away because it's going into essential mode. It did just give me a little vibration, and now when I click like this bottom button, it is going to display the most basic information: battery, my steps, the time, and like date information, and then eventually it will update my heart rate information. But beyond that, if I click this again, it's going to black out the screen, and if I click that again, it brings us back. This is all you have access to in essential mode. If you are ready to take it back out of essential mode, it essentially does like a restart on the watch, and this does take a little bit, but that will bring back all the different functions of the watch, and you can do that by long holding down this top button here. So let's talk about music on the TicWatch E3. So in addition to all of the apps that come pre-installed on the watch, you can use the Google Play Store to download whatever apps you want. I've got Spotify and iHeart Radio that I have downloaded, and I keep clicking that button. I should just remember to just tap the screen. If I go into iHeart Radio, it's going to have me log in. So with things like iHeart Radio, it's going to, when I go into the app, start playing whatever the most recent station was that I've played. if I just tap on that station, I get these little dots, and then from here I can see now playing, for you, recently played, my library. If I click on that, I'll see a list of other stations, save stations that I've listened to, and if I want to listen to one of those, I can just tap it and it's going to switch to that station. It's actually playing right now, but I've got the volume turned down just for copyright so that I don't get hit with copyright infringement on any of these songs. But you can bring that volume up and you'll actually hear the music coming through the speakers on your watch. You can also switch it to, if you just want to listen to it through Bluetooth headphones, you can do that as well. So let's talk about Spotify. I've also installed Spotify on the watch, and once you click into it, this is going to just use your watch as a remote to control the Spotify app that is on your phone. And you do have to have the premium Spotify app in order to use it with the watch. But essentially from this point, if I tap on or if I swipe over, I can see shortcuts. These are all playlists that I've put together. What I can do then is then click on one of those playlists, and it's actually playing the Sunflower Spider-Man Post Malone on my phone right now. I just have the volume turned down, but I've got the options here where I can pause and play it. I can skip to the next track. I can like these or heart these songs if I want, and that's just going to allow me to listen to music. You can't actually download the music from Spotify to the watch, but as long as you've got your phone with you, the watch acts as a nice remote to control the music coming from your phone. So also I'm talking about music. What if you have actual MP3 files that you want to put on your watch? Let's say you want to leave your phone at home and you go for a run and you want to just play music off your watch. There are some neat apps that you can download for the watch. They are going to be the Nav Explorer and Nav Music. And those are going to allow you then to, you can also install these on your phone, find the MP3s that you want, and then it actually gives you an option where you can transfer over those songs. These songs that you're seeing here are actually saved right on the watch. So if I go ahead and I click on one of these, like say Believer by Imagine Dragons, it's actually playing that song right now, and I can see all the information. I can see the status of the song because the little dot is rotating around the outside of the screen. I've got options where I can raise and lower the volume on the watch or on my Bluetooth headphones, and then I can also skip back or forward to the next track using these apps. So in case you're interested and you want to actually put music on your watch versus streaming it using something like Spotify, the Nav Explorer app, the Nav Music app, you also install those on your phone, and then in the Nav Explorer app, that allows you to then transfer the music over to your watch. So using the Google Play Store, when you jump into that, and you'll notice how quickly it loads up, you can then also download apps to your watch. I've got recommended apps, I've got apps that are on my phone, and I can click on that, and anything like Google Camera, Google Slides, Google Maps, all that stuff is also available. Pandora, Nike Run Club, those are all apps that you can download to this watch and use on this watch as well. It also gives me recommendations. So some of these I've already installed. You can also search for any apps that are in the Wear OS available for Google, the Google Play Store on Wear OS, and install all sorts of those different apps on your watch and go ahead and play around with those. In Google Play, if I just click on the search, I can either speak what app I want, or I can use the keyboard to go ahead and download more apps for my watch. You also get other apps pre-installed like Stopwatch, Timer, Google Translate, which is very useful, and Voice Memo, where if you want to leave yourself audible voice memos using the built-in microphone on here, you've got that, as well as an option for weather. So the TicWatch E3 also features the NFC payments, so things like Google Pay. If we go ahead and go into this, you'll need to set this up, and it securely is going to lock your watch by setting up a PIN, which you'll need to set up. And it says here a better way to pay by using Google Pay, so you can set it up. And then from this point, it's just going to tell you that it's going to lock your screen. So now in order to access your watch, once you set this up, you're always going to have to enter in some sort of a passcode. You can do a pattern, you can do a PIN, you can do a password. So you just kind of choose what you want, and then from that point you set that up. Once you've got that set up, this allows you to then load in a credit card of your choice, and then if you go to a kiosk like at Starbucks or something, you can just put your watch right up to that touchless, that contactless payment kiosk and make payments right with your watch. So let's talk about the phone app. So the phone app is installed on your watch, and if you click on the keypad, you can actually type in whatever phone number you want and then make a phone call right from your watch. But it's really using your phone to make the phone call, just like receiving a phone call. So you do need to have your phone with you or within Bluetooth range in order to use that capability. You can also see your call history, so you can access all of your contacts that are listed in your phone as far as going through your directory, and then just tap on one of them to call that person. So now we're going to do a phone call test so you can kind of hear how the speaker sounds coming out of the watch.
This is a pretty good example of how the speakers are going to sound, and kind of turn up at medium volume. We can turn up a little bit higher. I do think that the speaker is quite loud, so holding your conversation over the watch is definitely something that's very doable.
So I'm interested to know your thoughts about the TicWatch E3. Let me know down in the comments section below. What I'm going to do is actually take this watch and try it out for a while. My daily driver has been the Fitbit Versa 3. We're going to just take this off and goodbye little Versa 3, set this over here so that I get a chance to wear the TicWatch E3 for a little bit so that I can come back and give you guys a full review on this watch. So if you want to see that, be sure to hit, if you aren't already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell. You'll get notified every time I release weekly videos on this channel, and then you'll get notified when this review video comes out as well. So I've done a whole bunch of different smartwatch review videos on this channel, things from Mobvoi, TicWatch Pro 3 was the latest one I did, which is probably most comparable to this watch. I've done a series of videos on that, and those will be down in the description below, linked if you want to take a look. But Fitbit, Garmin, Amazfit, and more, all sorts of videos that are great to check out. And I just want to take a second right now and say thank you to you guys for watching, because I do appreciate you guys coming back each and every week, checking out all of these videos. It is my pleasure to review all these things and help make technology easier for you. So as always, be sure to make every day awesome. My name is Jeff, this is Tinker Forward, and I will see you in the next video.